When you hear Anunnaki, does your mind conjure ancient gods or secret visitors from the stars? For centuries, these figures have sparked devotion, debate, and daring theories that stretch from clay tablets to conspiracy forums. In this episode, we ask a fundamental question. Were the Anunnaki real deities of early Mesopotamia, or might they hide a more extraordinary origin? In the world of Sumer, Akkad, and Babylon, the Anunnaki emerged in myths as potent divine beings born of the sky god Anu and the earth goddess Ki. Their name meant princely offspring, and they appeared throughout rituals and stories as those who shaped fates, granted kingship, and judged souls in the underworld. Their numbers shifted across eras, sometimes 70. Sometimes hundreds are reflecting the changing practices of city-states and empires. Temples rose in their honor, and kings invoked their favor. Believing these gods truly influenced rainfall, harvests, and the fate of nations. In tales like the descent of Inanna, we witness the Anunnaki convening in the underworld to pass judgment on a goddess herself. Flood narratives portray them debating the fate of humanity, sometimes unleashing catastrophe, sometimes showing mercy through a chosen survivor. These stories are steeped in symbolism. Floods represent divine displeasure. Journeys to the underworld explore life and death, and temple rituals mirror cosmic order. For ancient Mesopotamians, the Anunnaki were real in the sense that they embodied forces of nature, moral authority, and communal identity. Their presence was felt in ceremonies, in the rise and fall of rulers, and in the enduring wonder at the heavens overhead. Yet in modern times, an alternative vision gained popularity. Beginning in the late 20th century, writers proposed that the Anunnaki were not mythic gods, but advanced beings from another world. A prominent version suggests they hailed from a distant planet, sometimes called Nibiru, arriving to mine precious resources and genetically engineer humans as laborers. In these accounts, the flood myths become reports of cosmic conflicts, and temple carvings hint at spacefaring technology. Enthusiasts point to enigmatic artifacts or astronomical alignments as evidence, imagining secret histories buried beneath desert sands. But does credible evidence support these claims? Archaeologists and historians stress that Sumerian and Akkadian texts describe the Anunnaki as deities governing nature and society, not as extraterrestrials. The idea of a planet traversing a long elliptical orbit lacks observational proof. No astronomer has detected such a body, and geological records show no trace of ancient spacefaring contact. Linguists note that translations of cuneiform often have been misread or taken out of context to fit alien narratives. In truth, Mesopotamian myths use metaphorical language to explain floods, famines, and human origins in symbolic terms, reflecting social and environmental realities of early agriculture-based societies. Still, parallels can be drawn between mythic themes and modern dreams. Stories of gods descending from the sky resonate with humanity's age-old fascination with what lies beyond. The myth of creating humans to relieve divine labor echoes our interest in genetic engineering. The drama of divine rivalry and cosmic judgment parallels modern debates about power, ethics, and existential risk. In that light, speculative readings of the Anunnaki reveal more about our own hopes and fears than about an actual alien agenda. Consider the Flood Saga. Some see it as proof of extraterrestrial punishment. Scholars view it as an allegory of social upheaval, perhaps reflecting severe climatic events that threatened early agricultural communities. When texts record kings reigning thousands of years, literal reading strains credibility. Symbolic interpretation points to ancestral memory of gradual societal changes and the passing of eras. When the Anunnaki judge the dead, it illuminates how ancient people conceptualize life after death. Morality in the unseen world, rather than hinting at otherworldly technology. The power of these myths endured because they addressed fundamental questions. Why do humans suffer? What grants a ruler legitimacy? How does the cosmos operate? By attributing these mysteries to divine figures like the Anunnaki, early civilizations crafted a framework for meaning. Temples and rituals gave social cohesion. Myths provided moral lessons. The heavens remained a canvas for wonder. Modern speculative theories tap into that wonder, but risk overlooking the original cultural context. When we imagine alien overlords steering human destiny, we project contemporary fascinations, space travel, extraterrestrial life, advanced technology onto ancient narratives. While this creative leap can inspire art and fiction, scholars caution against conflating mythological symbolism with historical fact. Excavated tablets and scholarly translations consistently present the Anunnaki as mythic entities, reflecting Sumerians' understanding of nature and society, not as visitors from distant worlds. Nevertheless, the enduring allure of alternative interpretations reminds us that myths adapt and evolve. In popular media, the Anunnaki appear in novels, video games, and documentaries, often reimagined through modern lenses. This reinvention testifies to our desire to connect past and future, to find hidden truths in ancient stories. Even if the evidence points to mythology rather than literal history, the questions these theories raise about origins, identity, and the unknown remain potent. Ultimately, judging whether the Anunnaki were real depends on how we define reality. If real means historic beings physically present on Earth, there is no reliable proof. If real means influential ideas that shaped early human thought and culture, they are undeniably real. The Anunnaki live on through the rituals, literature, and collective imagination of ancient Mesopotamia. And through the modern fascination, they continue to inspire. Their legacy teaches us how societies use stories to confront uncertainty, organize communities, and imagine the cosmos. As you reflect on the Anunnaki today, consider both perspectives. Honor the richness of Mesopotamian myth, and recognize the creativity of speculative exploration. Myths can guide us to understand ancient minds. Speculation can spark fresh questions about our place in the universe. The Anunnaki, whether divine figures or imagined astronauts, remind us of humanity's enduring wonder at the skies and our search for meaning. In our next video, we will map out the structure and roles of each major deity within this storied family. Join us as we unravel the Anunnaki pantheon explained, exploring the functions, relationships, and symbolism of gods who ruled ancient thought and continue to captivate our imagination.